Hello, my name is Maria. I've just recently started doing channeled messages, delivering channeled messages and tarot readings here on YouTube. It's something I've been doing for a while, but in secret, because I didn't want to put myself on the internet doing this spiritual stuff. But I was made to do it. I was made to do it. Spirit called me, God called me to share on the internet, so here I am. If this message found you, this video found you, most likely it's for you. I believe that. But don't try and make it fit. Nine of Swords. Something that you're afraid of, or almost like all of your fears have been coming up recently, or a lot of new fears have been coming up. Really consuming you, really overbearing, very believable as well. All of your insecurities as well, even new insecurities that you didn't know existed, or that you didn't know were still there, that you thought maybe you'd overcome. Knight of Cups, upright. And I think this is coming as a result of you starting to open up your heart, and you starting to tap into your vulnerability, and you starting to allow yourself to see yourself more clearly. King of Pentacles, very strong, very masculine energy. This is a card of financial stability. This is a card of wealth. This is a card of purpose. This is a card of alignment. It seems that maybe these fears and these insecurities are coming up as you've started to crack that door open on your heart and starting to allow yourself to be seen. You could be a woman, you could be a man, you could identify with masculine or feminine energy, but it seems that you've been tapping more into your feminine side recently, which is why these insecurities are coming up. And you're somebody that's accustomed to being in this very strong, guarded, controlled energy. I'll leave it at that, which is a great thing. You have these great, amazing qualities, which have allowed you to come very far. Seven of Cups. It's a card of illusions. It's a card of options. It's a card of things not being what they seem. Let's see what that's about. Five of Cups in reverse. And these fall just under the Knight of Cups and the Nine of Swords, which is telling me that you're going to be able to see all the fears and the insecurities that are coming up as a product of you starting to open your heart for exactly what they are, which are fears and insecurities that are coming up as an opportunity for you to look at them and for you to say, I see you, but this is not what I believe about myself. And this is not what I want for myself. I want this. And it's giving you a chance to move away from maybe the sadness, the grief, or the despair that they've been causing because you saw them as limiting you in order for you to go after what you want. You had this belief that you had to stay in this very, very strong, very solid frame. And as you've recently learned, you don't. So you've started to look at your heart, you've started to look at your emotions. And because you've started to crack the door open and you hadn't done it maybe ever, or maybe in a very long time, all of this shit came rushing up to the surface, all of this chaos maybe in your outside world, and you're like, what the fuck? Why did I even open that door? But you've opened that door as an opportunity to see the masks that you have been wearing, and it's giving you a chance to walk away from sadness that you've been carrying, that you didn't know you could get rid of. Maybe you didn't even know that that's exactly what was holding you back. Sadness, fear, grief. Good on you. Two of Cups in reverse. So Two of Cups is about partnership, unity, union. It's also about balance, masculine and feminine, yin and yang energy. So, and it's interesting, it's popped right between Knight of Cups and King of Pentacles, which is saying you're in the process of rebalancing your inner masculine and inner feminine energy. Eight of Wands, upright. And you're doing this fast. Or there's a sense of urgency within you to doing this work, to saying, I can't avoid my emotions anymore. I can't avoid my reality anymore. You've come to the point where you understand that your reality is a reflection of you. Therefore, if you don't like your reality and you don't like the relationships that you currently have, and you don't like the job that you currently have, or the financial status that you have, you understand that the only one accountable is you. And you've started to learn about masculine and feminine energies, and you've started to understand that regardless of being a man or a woman, there is a sense of balance that is required, a sort of yin and yang, a sort of inner union that is required within each of us in order for you to start to see your reality change. And for you, because you're someone that seems to have mastered the masculine side, the action, the discipline, the groundedness, I see you as having started a journey on your emotional side, your softer side, your nurturing side, taking care of your emotions, understanding that if you don't do this, you're fucked, is what I heard. No, but honestly, I think that we all know somebody, probably somebody close to us. For me, it's a family member. And I know a few other people too that just shut down and completely avoid their heart and their emotions, and it catches up with them in the end. And it doesn't make you weak to acknowledge how you're feeling, and to acknowledge what you've been through, and to acknowledge how things are impacting you, and to acknowledge that you're down, and to acknowledge that you want to change, and to be vulnerable, and to share your feelings, and just to be so open, loving, and compassionate with yourself to a greater degree every day, no matter what comes up, no matter how much you've fucked up. Just a really understanding, practicing, and continuing to learn unconditional love. I truly believe you can't learn. If you didn't learn unconditional love growing up and you're relearning it as an adult, I don't think we ever fully learn it. It's so easy to fall back into this kind of more protected, more guarded, more, I've got this under control, so I'll just live here. It's fine. Everything works for me when I'm there. Yeah, I don't get exactly what I want, but I'm safe, I'm solid, I'm good. Because when you do open your heart, especially after periods or maybe never having done it, it feels like death. And it feels exposing, and it feels like weakness. But you have to wait it out. You have to ride the wave for you to get to the other side. and for you to understand the peace, the serenity, and the alignment in your reality that comes after doing that work, which is what you want. Okay. 6 of Swords in reverse. You're not quite rowing away from tougher waters into calmer waters. Whoa, 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 whoa. They said, don't take that. I'm not quite sure on the 6 of Swords. Page of Swords. Okay, there's a block. There's a specific block of yours, whoever you are watching, that's coming up in allowing you, because it seems that you want to do this. You're like, yeah, I'm ready, I'm willing, I'm going to do this. I can kind of understand what's happening. I kind of don't. I kind of feel like I'm going crazy, but whatever. I really want to do this. I want to balance my inner masculine, inner feminine. I'm willing to do this work. There's a block that's coming up when it comes to really gaining momentum on sailing away from these tough waters and getting you to smoother waters in terms of this internal work, right? Like getting to shore. You have what's called a throat chakra block, which tells me that you're not saying something, you're not speaking your truth, whether that be to yourself, whether that be to another person, whether that be to your boss, whatever it is. There's something that needs to be said that you're not saying. It could be a boundary, it could be an apology. I don't know what it is specifically for you, but there is a throat block here. Once you clear that throat block, I'm being told, things will start to flow. Okay? So take that specifically for you, however that resonates in your life right now. Even just the first thing that came into your mind when I said that, that's the thing. Don't doubt it, don't second guess it, that's the thing. It could be a thank you. An explanation. The Hierophant, which is higher levels of spiritual wisdom, commitment, ascension, opening yourself up to that higher level of commitment. Not just in relationship, it can mean that, but to yourself and to spirituality, whatever that looks like for you, whether you connect to God, to spirit. Okay. The Hierophant, followed by the 10 of Swords, followed by the King of Swords, followed by the 9 of Cups. So, can you surrender to this higher wisdom, higher power that moves through you, that knows what to do? And can you come through King of Swords? Swords, remember what I said about the throat chakra, Page of Swords, that's what's blocking. Can you speak your truth with integrity? This card is about integrity. This card also can be quite cold and detached, masculine energy, which is potentially why you're finding it difficult to speak your truth. I can tell you have a lot of integrity, but this is a call to do it. Say the thing that you need to say, and your wish will come true, which could be healing this part of you that you've been trying to heal, which could be the materialization of a manifestation that you've been manifesting for a while. What else? Anything else? Oh. Or it could be this that you've been manifesting, 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups is your happily ever after. Are you willing to do the damn thing, say what you need to say, and surrender to that higher wisdom within you that already knows what to do, already knows what to say? Are you willing to do the uncomfortable thing to get what you want? I think so. You can do it. You come across as a very capable, very strong person. Oi. 7 of Pentacles. I think you're contemplating right now. You're taking a step back, being like, can I really do this? It's time to come out of isolation. I think that whoever's watching this, you've been contemplating for too long. That's enough. No more stalling. This urgency that you feel, this 8 of Wands urgency, it's time to go. You feel it for a reason. Don't doubt what you feel so much. Those nudges are coming from this higher wisdom, this higher intuitive wisdom that runs through you, that knows what to do. The urgency is there to move you along. And if things are blocked, you have to ask, why is this blocked? What am I being asked to do here? Because there's always something that you're being asked to do. Either something that you're avoiding or something that you need to learn. Anything else before we close? 9 of Wands, okay, so you're determined to do this, which is great. So just do it. I'm not going to take it unless they fly out. Just do it. Is that the message? Justice in reverse. Ooh. Whoa. 4 of Pentacles. Okay. It's funny, it's like I just want to finish the message for some reason, but maybe that's your energy. You just want this to be over and done with. And so you are determined, but at the same time, you're like, oh, fuck it, I just want to be done with this. And so you just leave it. You're like, fuck it, it's not worth it. But that keeps things out of balance. And the reason that it's out of balance, and the reason that even though you're determined and even though you feel this urgency, there's still this block, this hesitation to saying this thing and doing this thing, is because there's something that you're going to need to let go of in the doing of this, or in the saying of whatever it is that you need to say. It could be your pride. There's something materialistic that you're holding on to, that you're gripping onto, that is stopping you from balancing out the scales. Whatever it is that just came to mind for you, that's what it is. What are you holding on to? Your pride, your ego, your status, the opinion of your boss, the opinion of your auntie, a particular friend, a sum of money, a car. What is it that you're holding on to that you know that you'll have to let that go, or you'll have to risk rejection or risk judgment from that person, from that thing. You'll have to risk some sort of change. Something you're gripping onto is what's keeping you in this state of resistance. 3 of Pentacles. It could be the company you keep. The opinion of the company you keep. That's what I heard. 7 of Wands in reverse. 8 of Cups. Oh, okay. Spirit is saying you got to walk away. You got to put down the fight and walk away. I don't know if that means from the company that you keep, or maybe not physically walking away from them, but mentally and emotionally. Can you walk away from the weight that you're placing on their opinion? Anything else? This energy of I just want to be done with this is very strong. So I think that that's probably you. Okay. Okay, can we finish with this energy? 9 of Pentacles and 10 of Pentacles. 9, 10. 9 and a 10 signals completion. Yes, you can be done with this very soon. You know what you need to do. This is very positive, very abundant, you know, ripe pickings, very abundant, financially abundant, emotionally abundant. It's the promised land. It's getting you to where you know you want to go is going to require you to walk away from that thing that you're gripping onto. As you speak that truth that you need to speak. What can I just say? I'm very proud of you, whoever you are. You're showing a lot of self-awareness, a lot of introspection. You've done already a lot of work on yourself, and a lot of work that I think you previously didn't even realize had to be done because you were so focused on the material or the physical, the discipline, the hard work, the structure. But you're doing it, my friend. And I tip my hat to you. I take my hat off to you. You know what I mean. I'll see you in the next one.